Hello, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Healing. Today, we are going to do a reading for the year 2023, our first 2023 reading for the sun sign of Aries, for your love life, for romance, for passion, for relationship. So, whatever thought, whatever intention, whatever focus you have in mind, keep that in your head, Aries. Just keep that as your intention. If you're looking to find a new relationship, keep that thought in your mind. If you're looking for answers, for guidance with regards to your current relationship, keep that thought in mind. If you're looking forward to plan a wedding, if you're trying to find out if there would or would not be a wedding, then keep all of that in mind, and let's get to it. Whatever the messages are there, the answers will come to you. The main idea is that, and all that you have to do is to keep the thought while I'm drawing out the cards, and the messages will come to you. So let's see what love life, what romance, passion, romantic relationship, what are the messages in store for you for the year 2023. So let's begin. All right, so I'm going to draw out a total of 12 cards, one for each month for 2023. Two seem to have jumped out very willingly. So let's begin with those and just keep going. I'll keep aligning the cards as we go along. So messages for the sun sign of Aries for the year 2023 for love life. Okay, this definitely wants to come out. Let's take out both of them. Messages for, there you go. All right, Aries, very excited to listen to what messages are there for the sun sign of Aries. So we're down to January, February, March, April, May, and we draw out one more from the month of June, and then okay, June and July, and then keep going until December. So messages for the sun sign of Aries for their love life for 2023. Messages for the sun sign of Aries for their love life for the year 2023. All right, let's see what messages universe has in store for you. Okay, very excited. This is my first 2023 reading, and maybe the excitement's not coming forward in my nasally cold voice because of cold and congestion, but I'm very excited. All right, so okay, let's look at the cards. Let me just align these properly so they're all in view and you can see them before we start discussing. Okay, so let's see if I can just, there we go, a little bit more, and voila. All right, so for the beginning 2023, well, this is a slightly challenging card. When it comes up, it usually means that there have been feelings of feeling alone. Like the card says, you felt lonely for a while, alone, maybe even if you've been in a relationship. There's a feeling of loneliness, and that can be a very, very challenging feeling to feel. It's one thing to be lonely when there's a lack of relationship, and another thing altogether when you're feeling lonely within a relationship. So that seems to be the current mood in 2022, at least for now, for November, December, before we move forward. And maybe that's why you're feeling alone. You don't know which direction to go to. You're safe, you're secure, nothing negative is going on around you per se, but it is your time to learn. It is definitely your time to learn, walk on new ways, walk on new paths, and gather the information that you can around you to, use that information in your life in the future months in 2023. So there is some bit of feeling alone in January, but don't get too upset about it. Don't get too attached to it. Of course, you're more than welcome to feel how you're feeling about it. And if upset it is, then upset it is. But let's see what happens when you move forward in February. So the most challenging part would be in January to move through that feeling of feeling alone. If you're able to move through that feeling successfully and you don't get attached or too married to that feeling, that on try and stay away from the victim mode as much as possible. That's usually easier said than done, but do whatever you have to stay away from the victim mode. You want to watch TV, do sorry, do that. You want to watch, you want to cook something, do that. You want to go out with friends, do that. You want to watch movies in the theater, plays, do that. Painting, coloring, whatever, your skill, your passion is, ice skating, whatever it is that you like to do, going on walks, spending time with your pets, you do that, but do not go in the victim mode. No matter how you try and do that, stay away from that. Once you do that, you'll see success and growth in your love life. Okay, beginning in February itself. So January is a challenging time, and I always say, like, right after Christmas and around New Year, which is technically the beginning of, ending of December, beginning of Jan, right? There is always this hype that at least I have felt around festivals to feel a certain way and to feel amazing and great and all of that. And if by chance those things are not happening in your life, which is way more normal than we realize, let me tell you that. If that's not happening in your life, then sometimes we tend to feel very lost and as if everybody else is having a great time, but we're not. So be rest assured that you don't there is no compulsion, and this societal principle that is there to feel great around a certain time, it doesn't have to be that way. It's great if you're feeling that way, but you don't have to certainly wait until New Year's and Christmas and all of that to feel that certain way. And if you're not feeling up to it, fine, then that's fine as well. Just don't fall prey to those ideas, those social expectations. You're going to be fine, safe and secure alone, and as soon as you're able to walk through that path without wanting to hold somebody right away, if you're able to walk that month alone by yourself, find yourself, then there are higher chances of you being happy in a relationship as well, right? So this can also come up when there is codependency in the relationships. If you're already in a relationship, you're not looking for someone new, you might be so used to this other person that there's codependency all the time with this person. So your happiness comes from them, your sadness comes from them, and that's a little different from all of us feeling for our loved ones and being sad when they go through something difficult and being happy when when they're happy. The codependency is unhealthy dependency, where you lose yourself with the other person to an extent that all of your happiness and all of your sadness comes through them, not through your own self, not for your own reasons. So if you're able to fight that codependency and walk the period of January on your own by yourself, figure out who you are, what makes you happy in a relationship, what you really need from a relationship, then you're going to see success and growth, Aries, in the month of February itself. Okay, look at that. And then it's time for you to spread your wings and fly high. So if it's a dating website you're considering, if it's dating you're considering, if it's going out with friends and meeting somebody you're considering, if you're planning on uh, taking a vacation, if you're planning on making some suggestions to your loved one about certain things, it's time for you to actually feel like you can breathe and you can really live your life to the fullest in your relationship. But for that, to do that, and always maintain that the future cards are dependent upon the energy of the previous card. If you're not working on the guidance that you're getting for January and February, then March, April, May, they'll all kind of get delayed. It's not that they won't happen, but the energy would change and they may not happen so smoothly. So January is the key for you, Aries, for now. What I can see from the reading so far, January is key for you, and you must, absolutely must feel okay, fight it out to be non-codependent and figure yourself out so that you can be in love with yourself first. In February, once you're in love with yourself, you will attract love in your life, romance wise as well. The more you're in love with yourself, the more you value and you feel that you're attractive within yourself, that's the message you send to the universe. And if you send that message to the universe that yes, I feel attractive, I feel amazing, and I'm ready to fall in love and I'm ready to experience the joy of that passion and love, then that's what the universe gives sense forward to you, right? Versus if you're feeling lonely all the time and clingy, and that's the message you're sending forward, then that's what the universe gives to you. So be ready to be non-codependent. That is the key I see so far. And in April, just remember to breathe. Okay, I feel that this is for somebody who is already in a relationship. And how I see it is that certain things which are triggers for you in a relationship will come back in April, like it does always. Right? If there's certain things that irk us within our partners, unless we have 100% acceptance, which is usually very difficult to do, those things keep coming back. But it is not going to be as difficult as you think it is. If you're looking for prospective partners and if you're not in a relationship, then this card means that don't give up just yet. If you found somebody and it didn't go that well and you're looking for different suitors, just keep the patience, just breathe. It means it's not as bad as you're thinking it is. Okay, just breathe, do a lot of breath work, do whatever distraction, healthy sort of exercise that works for you. So not just sleeping, but any active work of distraction that works for you. Do that. Do as much as breath work as you can, even 5 minutes a day, with the conscious effort that you're doing it so that you can feel at peace and things are not as gloomy or as bad as you're making them out to be right now. So do that, just relax, just breathe, and April will pass through as well. And see, when you breathe, when you don't make a mountain out of a molehill, which is what this card is, do not exaggerate things to be as negative, because they're not as negative as you're thinking them to be. Your relationship will bloom. It'll be filled with vitality, newness. Maybe you plan a vacation somewhere around May, right? So maybe you're planning a vacation around that time, some good news around that time, some time of celebration. Maybe you have your anniversary around that time. So your relationship is on the mend. It's definitely blooming. It's definitely growing. And this time around, you have made a very strong relationship with yourself as well, Aries. So when you do that, you send a very clear message to the universe that this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what makes me happy, this is what makes me unhappy. And when you send a very clear message like that to the universe starts to deliver it back to you, because the universe understands it without confusion. So a lot of new freshness in your relationship in May. Around the time of June, mid of the year, you're being, this is a major arcana card, so your first major arcana card, Aries, you're being guided to let go of whatever doesn't work for you. So there are always certain things in our relationship that don't work for us, right? So and there comes a time when we must ask ourselves that, are we seeing the bigger picture? Maybe the person that we're with is great, but there is this one or two qualities that they have, and should we just let go of it, or are we just compromising? And do we need to let go of the person itself? What do we really need to let go? Do we need to let go of our codependency? Do we need to let go of some patterns in ourselves? So this is a major card of confrontation within yourself, not with any outside person, not with the person that you're in a relationship with. If you're alone, then too, it means it's a relationship with yourself. You're going to ask yourself what really values, what really, excites you, what really makes you happy, what do you give most value to, what are you most attracted to, what are the things which you really want to hold on to, and what are the things which you are happy to let go of. And that is what you are going to do over here. That is what you're going to do during the period of June, or at least are being guided to do it during the period of June. So it is not a negative card whatsoever. Yes, it may be a little challenging, it may be a little heavy, because you're finally looking deep within yourself. Look at that, that's a mirror image of yourself. And your moon is always emotions, right? Intuition, inner wisdom. And you're willing to see yourself very clearly in day and in night, very clearly. You're willing to see all colors, all shades of actually what you really want, and you are being guided to let go of what doesn't work for you, right? So challenging, but if you work through it, then the relationship is going to get better and better. After that, you're also being guided to work on your crown chakra. So those of you who know the chakras, and the crown chakra is the chakra on top of your head, or like on your head, the crown area where you typically wear a tiara or a crown. For those of you who don't know chakras, you feel free to Google, and learn more about the crown chakra. But whenever these cards come up for any of the chakras, I always say that that is a chakra that needs more energizing, that needs more energy. So you are somebody who gets intuition, but you probably second guess yourself, because it's difficult, Aries, for you to accept what you know, what you see, because doing it might take you on a path which is tough, right? So owning up to certain things, taking tough decisions, you might be avoiding certain things that you know about your current relationship, and you need to walk a certain path, but you're avoiding it because it's difficult. So do not avoid it. Your intuition is bang on. Whenever, whatever messages you're getting regarding the relationship, it's correct. There's nothing negative about it. And you don't have to second guess yourself at all. In fact, you need to follow your inner wisdom. You need to agree to whatever messages you're getting. Now, what you can do is with crown chakra, if you know meditation, if you know Reiki, then you can energize and send energy to your crown chakra to strengthen it. If not, you can simply, sorry, if not, you can simply take a picture of this, or Google crown chakra and take any picture of the beautiful, violet that's there with the crown chakra, associated with the crown chakra, and just put it up somewhere in your wall, in your room, anywhere that you know that you're going to see it every day. Even as much as glancing at it or giving it, seeing it for 5 minutes a day will enhance, give energy to your crown chakra, and you're going to be able to strengthen that inner ability that you have to get answers, and the wisdom that you have to trust yourself. You're just going to enhance it, because you're right. When you get that wisdom, it's not imaginary. You're not imagining things. You're not making things bigger than they are. You actually see it very clearly. It's time to honor it. So you'll do that. You'll do a lot of inner work in June and July. Once you do that, this is a major arcana card, a beautiful card. This is the magician's card. Okay, a lot of tarot decks, it's known as the magician card. So this is your card where you can do whatever you like. You can manifest the relationship of your dreams, and I say that quite literally. No exaggeration, no overthinking, no underplaying. You can create the dream, you can create the life of your dreams, you can create the relationship of your dreams. But like I always say, that the future card depends upon the energy of the ones behind, the ones before them. So to be able to get here, these two are extremely important. Not to say that these are not, they are, okay? But you must, when you come to a major arcana card, you must honor them, honor those cards, in the sense that those cards are not just cards for your July and August and things like that. These are cards for your major life period, okay? Major life changes in your life. And this is going to happen once you confront within yourself and let go what's not working for you. Give that clear message to the universe. Work on the messages that you get from the universe. Strengthen your crown chakra. You have the magician's ability to literally create the relationship of your dreams. Okay, so far 2023 has been going quite positively for you. Yes, there is work required, but it never happens that there isn't. Okay, it will just tell you what kind of work is required. And so far, I think the very heavy bit has already gone behind in 2022. In 2023, you're coming out to be the strong, very strong person who's not going to compromise on things that truly make them happy. When you need to compromise, you'll do plenty. Okay, but compromise that comes from the heart, that is right, that is not negative, that is not something that makes you feel that you're the only one giving up. Not that kind of compromise. Compromise that comes from love, you'll do it easily. But otherwise, where your principles are involved, where your true feelings of love with yourself and compromise of not giving up on what truly makes you happy, you'll do all of that in 2023, and you'll be willing to see the truth. So after you create the life you want, be very careful with what you're wishing for, what you're asking, because you're going to get it, right? So a lot of times, and I feel guided to say this right now, that if you're asking for a Prince Charming and all of that, well, it may come true, because you're doing a lot of work and you have the magician's touch, the ability, it may come true. But you also have to be willing to see that no one's perfect. So if you're asking for a very Prince Charming sort of a quality, make sure that you're not asking for somebody who loves to solve their problems and comes on a horse and lifts you up on your off your feet and is ready to solve your problem. There's nothing wrong with that, except that please know that when you ask for something like that, you're going to constantly ask for somebody who loves solving problems, and which means that you always need to have a problem. I don't know if you're you know wanting to be in the problem all the time, all right, all the time. I wouldn't like to be in a problem sort of situation all the time, so that my Prince Charming could come and keeps solving it out. So that is one thing. So just when this card comes up right after this, the only way I can explain it is that be very careful for what you're wishing for. Be realistic. There's no need to compromise on passion and elements like that, but also don't wish for something which is unrealistic, and which, when comes true, just creates problems on its own, right? If a Prince Charming just loves solving problems and you attract that sort of a companion, then if your problem is solved, the person will feel inclined to move on to another person who has problems now, right? Will just move forward from you. So make sure that you're very clear about what you're asking for. You've done a lot of this work, and it's very clear to you as to what you want, what you don't want. Make sure you think through it very, very thoroughly. And once you see some red flags in a person who pops up in your life, if you're single and you're creating a love life that you want, yes, it can happen. A lot of times people will say, well, but I asked for this, and then why is this happening? Well, a lot of times, if you've already learned the lesson, then it doesn't mean that crap is not going to come your way. It still can. Some stupid people can come across your way. You'll just learn to go through them very quickly. You're not going to spend too much time with them. So even that is a very, 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 very big victory. That you didn't spend months or days to know the in and out of that person. You're willing to see the truth. You're willing to see the red flags. And if it's not working, you're willing to move forward, right? So you're not investing in them. That doesn't mean that you're never going to see any crazy person once in a while here and there. There are all sorts of people in the world. As long as you're not investing your time, energy in them, it doesn't matter too much. Look at that again, a major arcana card. So you're going to do the magician's touch. You're going to have the magician's touch. Everything you touch will turn to gold. So be very careful as to what kind of people you're attracting. And you can really manifest a great love life this point onwards. Be willing to see the truth. And this is your time to learn a lot of life lessons. So 2023 Aries, you're going to be doing a lot of learning about what relationships are, what really works for you, what truly makes you happy, what kind of partnership you want in your partner, what negative qualities like codependency you need to let go of. And this is going to be a time of learning as to how you can make your relationship really, really, really successful. These are very, very good, very positive major arcana cards. Look at that, one after the other. You're on a roll. Once you do that, you're going to be able to create the love life that you always wanted, and you will embrace it with full vitality and spirit. So yes, you will let go of things that don't work for you. Some people might go from your life that have not been very supportive, and that would be for the best and highest good as well. So you're going to create a lot of, with a lot of magical truth, ability. Be willing to see the red flags. Let people go who have the red flags. Listen to your crown chakra. Listen to the intuition that you have. Do not ignore it. Listen to the wise words of somebody around you if they're saying that to you, and embrace the new in your life. Just embrace it with full vigor, with full heart, and you're going to create a lot of good with your relationship, the kind of relationship that you wanted. And look at that. You're going to have a very, very clear clarity of belief as to what works for you, what doesn't. And this card is beautiful. Look at the colors. Look at the butterfly. Look at the heart. You're going to create from your heart. You're going to keep what is really valuable to you and let go of what doesn't work for you. So overall, a very, very positive 2023 love reading for the sun sign of Aries. Broadly, if I can sum it up, establish a strong bond with yourself, let go of codependency. Once you have a strong bond with yourself, you send a very clear understanding to the universe. This is who I am, this is what I want. The universe returns that to you because you've been very, very clear. And time to enjoy that time period. If difficulty comes, breathe through it. It's not as bad as you're thinking it would be. And your relationship, current one, would be full of life, romance, passion again. If you're single, then you're going to find somebody around that time to decide whether this is the person for you, right or wrong. What do you want to do about this relationship? What do you want to do about certain beliefs within you that are not working for you? Value your inner wisdom, value your intuition, because it's bang on, it's correct. You will have the magician's touch, the magic ability to create the life of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams. Just be willing to look at the red flags, be willing to listen, learn a lot from the life lessons, and embrace the new. Even if it's challenging, even if it's difficult, is good. It's for your best and highest good. Embrace the new. Be willing to keep only what works for you and let the rest go. So, of course, this is a very generic reading for the sun sign of Aries, but if you feel it resonates with you, thank you first of all. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please share it with as many Aries as you know out there. If your partner happens to be siblings, parents, just share it with them. And if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask with me from me via the comments. And a very, very happy 2023 to you. I'll be doing another series of reading for career, work, money very soon as well. So for now, this is it. And if you have any questions, let me know. And do not forget to hit that like, share, subscribe button. And I will see you again with a different reading tomorrow. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.